The word depression gets thrown around a lot, but how is it any different from just being sad? Welcome to the Cuddle Puddle. I'm a cuddlefish. Let's talk about it. Depression isn't just being sad. It's like a full-blown mental illness, and it needs to be treated like one. Everyone experiences being sad sometimes. Maybe whenever you have a low grade on a test, or it could even be something like a fender bender. We all have times where life just kind of sucks, but you kind of get over it. Depression, you don't just get over. Being sad usually ends whenever the problem solves itself, or maybe you just move on. The problem isn't as important as it was before. Depression isn't like that. Depression makes me feel like you have no power over your life. You're too weak, or that you have no control. You're worthless, to change, and you can't change anything. You're just kind of stuck there. And it really makes you feel sometimes like you forget what it's like to be happy. It may even come about when you have nothing going on in your life that you feel like you should be sad about. And that can be really confusing and frustrating. Depression can come in episodes that last anywhere from a couple of weeks to months or even years, depending on what's going on. This can make life seem really impossible to live. It impacts relationships, your job, school, everything. Depression kind of kills everything in your life. Now, scientists don't know all of the causes of depression, but here's what we do know. We do know that there's a huge genetic component. It's not necessarily saying that just because your parents are depressed that you're going to be depressed, but it does play a really big role. Some scientists believe that it's due to mainly a chemical imbalance inside of your brain. Your brain is producing chemicals all the time, but what if it doesn't get the right chemical at the right time, or the right amount, maybe too much, too little? All of these things impact mental conditions and mental illness. It may even stem from parts of your brain not regenerating their cells like they should. And this can cause parts of your brain to grow smaller over the course of time, especially if you're prone to trauma or a lot of stress in your life. Now, everybody can get depression, but when we look at adolescents and young adults, the results are really interesting. You see, boys actually have it 3 times less than girls do. The likelihood of experiencing a depressive episode triples between middle and high school students. You're also significantly more likely to have a depressive episode as a young adult if you had one in your teens. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button and comment down below other topics you want me to cover. Now you might be asking, how can I help myself? What kinds of things are out there? How can I treat this? Well, don't worry, there's a ton of options for you. There's everything from different kinds of therapies to medications. There's whole doctors dedicated to nothing but treating depression. It's a very manageable condition. If you feel like you suffer from depression, or maybe a friend, I have went ahead and put a bunch of resources down in the links below. Definitely check them out and send them to who you feel could use them the most. When most people think about depression, they think the person's probably going to be sad and keep to themselves. While this might be right, there's a whole bunch of other signs to look for. I'll be sure to cover those in my next video. So click on over and I'll see you there.